Are you looking for professional training in forensic mental health?
I have been speaking about this issue now to attorneys and judges and most often to clinicians for about 15 years now, and over the last 5 years or so have been doing a lot of consultation work with a lot of states that have recently passed new juvenile competency legislation or are in the process of developing or refining their juvenile competency evaluation service delivery systems. And this is the first time that I've been asked to basically spend 2 days walking through the process kind of from the foundational level, sort of the philosophical and legal underpinnings, all the way up through the actual pragmatics of conducting an evaluation. In terms of the selection of standardized assessment tools, evaluators should need to take time to become familiar with the manuals for these instruments, understand the goals in developing the tool. That includes, as we talked a little bit about yesterday, the models for competence that underpin the assessment instrument. Should be familiar with its known psychometric properties and aware of its forensic relevance. And again, as I just mentioned, be prepared to offer justification if you're using norm-based comparisons that are outside characteristics of the youth that you're evaluating. So I know some folks had asked early on about, are we going to look at some of the individual tests and their utility in juvenile competency evaluation? So we'll spend a little time doing that. Another important element for developmentally sensitive interviewing about competency is finding agreed upon terms, because so often, again, the legal terms are just not familiar, so they may not know what defense counsel is, but if you say the attorney on your side, they may be able to provide an adequate explanation. Again, then we have to ask ourselves, is that simplification of that terminology something that can be accomplished by the court, and can they facilitate the youth's understanding by changing that terminology? One of the things that I often use diagrams to support, I think it's been brought up several times here, that teaching children about how a plea bargain works is probably the most common teaching that you have to do in a juvenile competency evaluation. It's not the norm that a kid comes in and knows how a plea bargain works.
To learn more about Concept's professional training opportunities, visit us at concept-ce.com.